Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. In this video, we are looking at the NBA slate for Thursday. We have a 4-gamer tonight starting at 7 o'clock, so let's get started. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Yesterday, as soon as I made the video, we got word that Jimmy Butler was out, so I had to post the updates on Twitter. We actually killed it last night, finally. The updates on DraftKings did amazing. Ja Morant, Aaron Wiggins, Morris Sr., LeBron, Plumlee put up a 334 using those 5 plays, which were all with the flame symbol. A couple of them were very low owned, like Wiggins somehow, even without SGA, and Plumlee. So very happy with last night. Let's keep it going today. If you want to join us, visit the website. Link is in the description. Check out Twitter for updates. I'll have prize picks out today. I didn't have any yesterday, but I probably should have if I just used the core picks. Starting off at the point guard position today, you have Steph Curry. James Harden, now that Kevin Durant is back, takes a bit of a bump down. I mean, it's a pretty significant bump. He was amazing without Kevin Durant, taking over games, doing everything, points, rebounds, assisting. But now that Durant is back, Harden should kind of go back to what he was, which was not taking 25 shots a game, taking like 13 to maybe 20 instead of 25 plus. Unfortunate news to the Cavs. They lost Garland. Is still out, but they lost Ricky Rubio for the entire year towards ACL. So they don't have him for the whole year, and they don't have Colin Sexton. 2 guys that were playing very well, and they could have made a run in the East. Maybe at least a playoff push, but now that's going to take a big hit without 2 point guards. So you'll probably see as soon as Garland is back, he's not going to be back today. They're very low on the guard position, so you'll probably see like Kevin Pangos play some more minutes, but I don't know if he starts, he looks maybe decent. But I think he'll probably get more minutes for like Chetty Osman, Okoro. He can have a decent game every once in a while if he racks up some defensive stats. But the first guy I want to plug in at the point guard position is from the Orlando Magic, and he's very cheap, and that is RJ Hampton. He's $3,900. You also can look to Campazzo if there's no Monty Morris, who's questionable. He missed last game, and we saw Campazzo start, and he played over 30 minutes. So he could be a good value pick once again. But right now, Hampton looks great. They're still missing Cole Anthony. They're still missing some of the other guys that are in protocols like Okiki. And in the middle of the game, they lost the point guard that they started with. So he played 19 minutes. A lot of those minutes should go to Hampton. I think he should draw the start at point guard today. He can contribute. He's been shooting the 3 well, but he doesn't hit his free throws, which is pretty weird. But overall, he can contribute with some points, assisting, now that he's going to have the ball in his hands a little bit more to make some plays, get you some rebounds. A pretty good big combo guard. So, love getting Hampton. At the point guard position, you can play him at shooting guard if you wanted to. Over at shooting guard, you have most expensive guy would be Bradley Beal if he's able to play today. He's missed the last couple of games. He's probably should be back. I think he was questionable last game, and he cleared protocols a couple days ago, so I think he should be back today. Chris Middleton, 8,000. He's probably not that appealing, even though they're going up against Orlando. It's a good matchup, but good chance that this game turns into a blowout like last game. You think you can look to Giannis because he can still get it done in like 30 minutes. But a guy like Chris Middleton, he probably needs more minutes to really go off, unless he's just hitting every shot. You have Jordan Poole back for the Warriors. He's at $6,500. They don't have Draymond now, so maybe a slight bump in terms of just holding onto the ball and getting some assist opportunities for guys like Wiggins, Poole, but I think a lot of that might just go to Steph Curry. Will Barton is probably one of the best plays. He's only $5,700. He plays big minutes, whether Monty Morris is in or out. He's pretty consistent in hitting his shots and getting a lot of shots off, at least. The price tag has come way down. He's went from 65, 67 down to 57. I think he's one of the best plays on the slate, especially at a shooting guard position that isn't particularly deep. Other guys you can look to are like Gary Harris at $5,100. He's going to have to play huge minutes today, unless like Terrence Ross is able to play. I like Okoro as a value piece, Campazzo if he's starting again, and that's the main pieces. Small forward, I think Franz Wagner looks pretty appealing. He's 7K. He played 38 minutes last game, same exact matchup. He was the only piece that was able to keep it close, semi-close for the Magic. They still lost by 17, but probably would have lost by like 30 if Franz Wagner didn't go off like he did. 38 real-life points for the rookie. Looking great out there. He's going to get a lot of opportunity. I'm plugging him in right now at 7,000 because they're still down a lot of bodies, and Wagner is one of the guys that they can have, one of the few guys that they have left to really make plays and shoot the ball and score. Otto Porter is 5K. I'd rather go down to Toscano Anderson. We can play him at power forward, but he's 37 and he started in place of Draymond. Maybe Valentine gets some more minutes for the Cavs without Rubio, but it'll be interesting to see their starting lineup. At power forward, don't want to pay 88 for Tobias. Durant, he looks fine, but I don't know how much he'll play in his first game back. Probably won't play 40. That would be surprising. Markkanen will have to do more offensively and make some more plays without Rubio. So he looks better at a pretty good price tag. Kevin Love has still been one of the best point per minute guys over the last month of the season. But Toscano Anderson is one of the best value plays on the slate. He's only $3,700. He should play north of 20 minutes. He started. The game was very low scoring against the Nuggets, 86 to 89. But he's still at a good value at this price tag that I'll feel pretty good about taking a shot with him. At center, anytime you have Jokic on a slate, I'm going to be trying to prioritize him going up against the Warriors. They don't have Draymond now, so he's going to be matched up against like Looney, and should be able to have a lot of success. He had a good game against them. Very low scoring game overall in general, but he still put up 61 fantasy points. His price tag went down by $500. She'll be able to crash the glass very easily. And he had 8 turnovers, which is pretty rare for him. He's usually very good, and he didn't even hit any threes. I love Jokic. He's such a fun player to roster, and very easy for him to accumulate fantasy points because he's literally doing everything for the team, leading them in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, everything. It's insane. And the last piece we can kind of focus on, we have 59.33 left if you need a value piece. I think Okoro at $400 looks pretty good just because he's going to have to play pretty heavy minutes for the Cavs without Sexton, who's out for the year, no Rubio now, and they don't have Garland back, so they don't really have very many shooting guards left. Okoro is not a very good shooter. He did have a string of good shooting games recently, but he's really out there for some defensive purposes. Good spot against Washington in terms of should be a semi-close game. Washington started off the year very good defensively, but they've fallen off, and which is not to be unexpected. I mean, they don't really have any good defender on the starting lineup. So I like Okoro at 44 as a good value piece. It leaves you with 67 for the other two spots. So that's it for the first look on the DraftKings slate. Let's talk about FanDuel. All right, over on FanDuel, point guard plays, you're getting a good price tag on Steph Curry as usual at 10-4. He looks good just because there's not that many other good pay-up options. Patty Mills doesn't look appealing anymore now that Durant is back, and he's still at a very expensive price tag. I think Dinwiddie looks pretty appealing, with Bradley Beal questionable. And they don't really have any other backup point guards because Neto is out, Aaron Holiday is out, so you'll probably see a good amount of minutes for Dinwiddie. And Hampton, I still like him, but he's 53 is a lot different of a price tag. Give me Spencer Dinwiddie to start us off at 63. At shooting guard, Bradley Beal, if he plays, he's at a very nice price tag, but I still like Franz Wagner. Play him at shooting guard. You can utilize your small forwards for some other pieces. Shooting guard isn't very strong today on either site, but I like Wagner. In the mid-range, you go Barton, Gary Harris, Hampton, they look fine. And all the way at the bottom, there's like nobody that looks too appealing. Maybe you can look to this Cavs Pangos if he's starting, but I don't know. I don't think he's very good. But sometimes we've seen not too good basketball players still get you fantasy points when they're given good situation, then he's definitely will be given one if he's starting. Small forward, you got a couple of options to pay up for Giannis. He looks better than Durant. He's cheaper, and I would be shocked if Durant plays like 40 minutes right out of the gate. But I'm going to go with Barton. He's only 55 on both sites, or 54 on draft, or 57 on DraftKings, 55 on FanDuel. He's very appealing, way too cheap. Play him at 2 spots on FanDuel. Power forward, you have Wendell Carter at 71. He looks good. Value piece, you have maybe like Lauri Markkanen at 55. They don't have Montrezl Harrell, so Gafford and Kuzma look a little bit better. But and at 5K, you have Aaron Gordon if he's able to play. He's questionable with the hamstring. But Toscano Anderson, I still think looks like a pretty good value piece at 45. Should be starting once again in place of Draymond. And last but not least, at center, Jokic, Embiid, pay up for either one. Embiid's been really good recently, but I still like Jokic. Only $900 more expensive. Gives you that 70, 75 point ceiling. Don't think I need to go to any of these cheap guys here. Maybe you can look to Gafford because they don't have Montrezl Harrell. So he looks better. He's going to have to play more minutes. But 52, he's priced where maybe he's a little bit underpriced. Maybe he should be like 6K plus. But I will still side with Jokic and any chance that I can get. So that's about it for the video. Thank you for watching. Best of luck tonight. Stay tuned for updates on Twitter at the DFS Process. I'll keep you guys posted later in the day, and I will see you all next time.